Good evening to you, one and all. Shadow Temple of the Zeldathon and Lionhearted teams back here with more Pokemon Snap. Sorry I'm so late today, guys. For those of you who were at this stream yesterday, you know why. But the gist of it is that I was doing improv lessons with the old AFMAO crew and had a lovely time doing so, meeting some folks that I don't normally get to actually a chance to interact with too much. So it was a lot of fun to do that. It just ended, which is why I'm just now here. But yeah, so I promise you, there is actual good reasons for me being late today, as opposed to my usual reasons of just being a schlub. Yeah. So my focus and goal tonight is, with the remaining 2-ish hours that we have, is to try and finish Pokemon Snap. That is to say, of course, finish the story mode of Pokemon Snap. Yes, I know there are going to be Pokemon I've missed and, opportunities to get 4-star, 3-star, 2-star pictures that I haven't already gotten, but we're going to still do our best and get as much as we can in the time that we have for it. And I assume even if we get to the kind of the quote-unquote end of the story of this game, that I will still have the opportunity to take more pictures if we have time / I am so very keen to do so. So yeah, that's the plan for tonight. Let's jump on into this thing. Marissa started up Xenoblade Chronicles 2 tonight, so she's super excited about that, and super not excited that I stole the Switch from her. But, say la vie. Let's get started on some Pokemon, huh? Whew. That was good. I love improv, guys. I really enjoyed it. I took... yeah, you heard the boo in the background. I took improv classes at the same place that we did this virtual session with back in 2018. And it's to date, the number one suggestion I give to streamers who are looking to improve their thing, to improve their spiel, to improve how they speak to their audience, to improve how they come up with things to say as they go. Improv classes, more than anything else, help me immensely in that realm. And I always recommend that people, if they can help it, if they can find it, to do so if they can. Now, especially that things seem to be opening up a little bit more, perhaps maybe look around and check out your local improv theater. Just Plus blowing up the Minecraft house is so nicely built, it just keeps blowing them up. AFMAO's going to AFMAO, which is mostly exploding. So yeah, there is this Illumina spot right here that I think we're ready to do. So let's just do it. She really likes blowing up things. And actually, more importantly, people really love watching her blow up things. And that's why we do it.
Your target is...
My target is what?
There!
Whoa! Ah! What is it? Big shiny. Ah! I almost died. Hey, Shadow is Epic. How you doing? And everybody else coming in here. Hello.
Could be dangerous. Be careful.
Okay. Got the balls. Where are you, bucko?
You must be in one of those holes, right? Try throwing Flipfruit in them.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose. It's one way to consider it. Just, really suffer some terrible trypophobia. It's fine. Wait, that's a much bigger hole than the other holes I was checking out. Ah! Oh man, I hit the wrong button. No? Okay, I got some shots of Steelix at least. Okay.
Maybe it takes a few Illumina orbs to light up since it's so big.
Oh no, I didn't get any actual pictures yet. Oh, jeez. Can I play Fortnite? Yeah, $1,200. Payable to my PayPal. And sense a presence within the fog.
They're there. Quick, run up here. Maybe you'll come up for some Flipfruit?
I'm having a very hard time with this. Would you please stay still long enough for me to do something here? Goodness. Okay, I at least hit it. No? Okay. Hey, Mace, how you doing? Or Mass Haste. We're just trying to find a very scary Steelix. Yeah, timing is rough on this one, I gotta say. It's better than no photo, though, Marissa, because that's where I'm at right now. So proud. I got a shot. That's all that matters. You can't stop me. What? Oh. Wow. There we go. No. Oh, God. I got some. That counts. That 100% counts. 150% counts. This one's a toughie. And that's it. That was the whole thing. God, that Steelix was mean. I didn't like that.
Before you return, could I trouble you to make a quick detour?
Could you
Something
try
caught my
harder?
attention while you were chasing after that Steelix. Past that broken wall, there appears to be a large open area.
Uh-huh.
The scan says it's not a natural formation. It's human-made.
Unless it was Pokemon made, you don't know.
To be explored.
You don't know. Where are we going?
Oh, what is this place, Professor?
I can't say for sure, but I think it may be another ruin connected to the Illumina Pokemon.
Being an MMOR guide? Yeah, I have not talked to him about it directly recently, but because this weekend's going to be way too tough for me. I got too many charity streams, actually, I'm doing this weekend. But maybe the weekend after that. Whoa! The 5 Bloom Pokemon!
Mural's very old.
Would you look at that?
It's missing some pieces here and there.
They were like
Must be a
asteroids
painting
that
at
were
a
coming to
recent
murder
legend.
everybody.
Let's see. It looks like it's roughly 1,000 years old.
Jeez, you startled me.
That is pretty cool, Marissa. I wish they did more of this, honestly.
It must have been made around the time the meteorite hit.
Marissa was talking about the fact that they put us in the game for this this exposition. I think that's pretty fun.
Does this show what the people saw back then? So, the Pokemon are protecting them from the meteorite?
Waste all my pictures.
Patterns on these Pokemon. Could they be Illumina Pokemon? Did Illumina Pokemon exist before the meteorite fell after all?
Apparently.
Was there another Illumina Pokemon in the center?
What?
Professor?
There is a spot in the center that
Oh,
doesn't
sorry.
exist.
I got a bit lost in thought.
So what we need to do is just have
I've
the
got
Earth
some good
get
data for now.
knocked by
Let's sort it out
meteorites
once you're
again.
back.
That's okay, Ash. We'll see you. I really wish they actually did that more often in this game. Sometimes I feel like I'm tired of listening to them in like the lab, and they're just like, well, I mean, not that they say a whole lot to begin with, but it'd be interesting to have like dialogue like that during a photo sesh. Hey, some guy, how you doing? We've got a lot to discuss, but first, let's get your photos evaluated. I fully agree with you on that, Marissa. I wish this was a good enough picture, because this is great. I love this picture so much, but it's not something I can use, but it is so good. This is probably the best shot I got right here. It's just his belly. It's better than nothing. Better than nothing. Hey, Purple Swag. Hey, Shadow's Epic again. I'ma take it. Wow, Steelix, the Illumina Pokemon of Duras Island. I'm amazed you caught this on camera. We may need more info to make sense of this. You think? You think? 2,600. Finding Steelix as it burrowed through those tunnels was no easy task, I bet. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, I did my best. But you know what? My best was enough. I got to research level 2. Oh. Look at that. You've hit a new stage in your research. Keep an eye out for changes, no matter how small. My trouble is that if I did that again, I still am not necessarily certain I would do any better. I mentioned you could still name the Pokemon. What would you name it? I already came up with one, right? I got another one. Labyrinthenza. Where it's just a big maze, and Pokemon get lost in it, and that's when they get eaten. And you may say, Shadow, that's kind of dark. Have you looked at the Pokedex? You registered 15 ground types. Yeah. Comic. By the way, now that we've got that Illumina Pokemon info, I've got something to report. I'll fill you in once your photos are squared away. I think you'll be pleased to hear this. What you got for me? Centered one. Make sure to get your subject smack dab in the center of the frame. In case you weren't already aware by now, he really likes it when it's in the center. Oh. All the power's going.
One more area to explore before our survey comes to an end.
And I retain all the power of the world! A little villainy, right? Like he just convinced a bunch of kids to unleash like an immortal being to trash the world once more. And Mural has turned my whole theory on its head. Not only is there another Illumina Pokemon, but they've also been around since before the meteorite. Now here's an alternate theory for all y'all. What if uniting the 5 Pokemon in their Illumina status brought the meteorites? Did I just blow your mind?
Oh?
Is it just me, Professor? Is that excitement in your voice?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just you. This wasn't what I expected, but it's a fascinating discovery.
Also,
Plus, I've gone over all our data, and it shows that energy from all of our lentil is converging in one spot. In that same spot, we picked up 14 asteroids well on their way. We picked up a very faint reading from an Illumina Pokemon.
The central one from the mural?
yep.
It seems like it.
Uh-huh.
So where is it?
As for that,
That's the tricky part. Hey, Cowgirl. Doing good. How you doing? That's been a hot minute. Hope all is well. This points to a tiny island that doesn't even appear on the map. And there, most likely, is where we'll find the island spoken of in the legends. Aru's Island.
now,
Time for one final expedition. Let's find the truth once and for all. Yeah, and I think my plan is we're going to nail this last one, and then we are going to go back and take pictures for kind of garbage time, if that makes sense, guys. Again, sorry for being late today, but improv session called, and it was very nice.
thanks.
Very much enjoy my improv times. All right, down to Aurus,
Counting on you.
to the ruins. In order to learn all aspects of Pokemon behavior, we need to get 1-star to 4-star photos of them all. Sure. All right. Whatever, man. Hi, Phoenix Freaks. Quiz business, high school work, college work. Yeah, I totally hear you. No worries. No worries at all. Hey, Endless Series, how you doing? What a place. Well, so that mac and cheese is actually supposed to be for lunch.
Massive ruins.
I just had to, I had to let that one sit because it was pretty, you know, it was oven hot when it exploded. Oh, I don't have the Illumina things. Yeah, that blossom wasn't lighting up. So we got a 5th crystal bloom we got to get, it seems. Oh no, the way is blocked. What? Oh yeah, that mac and cheese, by the way, Marissa and I are lamenting it because that was probably the best mac and cheese she and I have ever made. We used a bunch of cheese from our trip to Door County, all of which was incredible. Again, some of like the best cheese we've ever used. That's pretty good. We did not eat the mac and cheese after it exploded, though. That would have been unwise. All these Houndooms. Make me nervous, bud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's exactly what happened. Yeah, if those of you who didn't check my Twitter, we happened to accidentally explode a dish of food that we were cooking. And I mean actually explode. And I don't mean the food in, or I don't mean like the food in the dish. I mean the dish itself exploded. Oh, look at this little fella. All right, see ya, I guess. Yeah, it's called thermal shocking. If you... It's mad. It's so mad. Sorry, just very excited to take the picture of the mad thing. Yeah, it's called thermal shock, where if you take something like glass and you rapidly heat and then cool it, or cool it then heat it, it sometimes cracks. And Pyrex, unfortunately, when it cracks, it explodes spectacularly. And so I had a delicious pile of glass and mac. Do not recommend eating the forbidden mac, as a general rule. Golark does not care. Okay, that's fine. I think that's a really good shot, actually. Not to. Wombat is Woobat. Woobat's pretty cute. I do like Woobat. Numerous deep gashes here. Wow, I did not care at all. Not in the absolute slightest. Oh, this one's very cute.
Cool.
Wow, that Natu's very asleep. There's so many crystal blooms here, and I understand what I must do once I get access to them once more. There's, I mean, this room's just actually littered with them. So energy from all the islands gathers here? Seems to be.
So,
Some sort of pedestal behind the sleeping Golurk. Choose a game to bring to real life. What game would I choose? Oh boy, I was gonna say Mass Effect because I really would love the idea of humans being able to not be the only ones in the Milky Way and like being able to interact with other species and stuff in the universe. But Mass Effect don't end very well, as we'll see in a couple of months here. But I think just in general, I still would want that universe to arrive with us because it's just so good though. Best part is, like, it's almost within our lifetimes. That's my favorite part, is that game does not. We'd be able to figure out about space aliens in the like the Milky Way galaxy before my generation dies, and that sounds awesome. Let me double check on that. Mass Effect First Contact War. The First Contact War, referred to as the Relay 314 incident by the Turians, was a small 3-month conflict. No, it happened a little bit later than I remembered. Dang it. 2157 was when the first contact happened. That's a shame. It's close. So close. Not quite. Do I have a favorite shiny Pokemon? I don't know shiny Pokemon well enough. That really wasn't a thing when I was doing Pokemon stuff as a kid, so I never really got into it. Early keys of Legendary just to watch the opening cut? Yeah! I've got it coming up and I'm very excited. Hey, Wintaria Artesian PCs, how you doing? Like Artesian builds? Artesian PCs? Hello, regardless. Well, welcome. Yeah, now we're doing some Pokemon Snap here and just talking about what game universes we want to bring along with us. Folks, just as a reminder, of course, if you ever want to pick up your own Artesian builds PC like the one that I have at my feet right now running this whole ding-dang thing, you can click on the link in the chat right there. All right, let's turn in some pictures. Oh, that's pretty good. Ooh, That Houndoom right there is pretty good. Is it this one or this one, though? I think this one. I can see its teeth in that one. That's kind of more fun to me. That's a pretty good shot of that one. Of course, you don't need the $3,200 monstrosity that sits at my feet to stream. But if you're looking to have even a nice compact regular PC, they're very good at what they do, and it's very been nice. Have you been seeing them build up in a lot of places recently? Their affiliate program has been getting out there quite a bit, and it's fantastic what they do. The coolest thing is, for those unaware, is that if you do ask them to build your PC, they will build it on the stream, on their Twitch stream, which is pretty dang cool. Jamie even opted to upgrade your PC while I built. Yeah, look at that. It's pretty sweet in that regard. Does soup taste disgusting? I mean, depends on the soup. How do you build a PC? Carefully. Obviously there's a lot more than that, but it's not as hard as I think people make it out to be. Making one that looks good, difficult. That's why I had a boutique build this one as opposed to try to the last two PCs that I streamed with, I built myself, and I had a great time building them. And it really is just kind of like expensive Legos. Everything fits in one place and only one place, and you can kind of just finagle it until everything is organized the way you want it to be. That's pretty good right there. My biggest problem with building PCs myself is cable management. I have so much difficulty doing that. And yes, push-pull for the airflow. The airflow is a big part of it too. That one gets me a lot. Think your grandma's a bad cook? What? Soup's good, man. I mean, it depends on the soups, right? I love myself a good French onion soup or a solid broccoli cheddar. It's not centered, but it's still pretty good, front facing at least. That's pretty good right there. Also lots of zip ties. Yeah. The last one I built to, I codenamed Aveline. She just cables everywhere. Oh God, that was a mess inside of there. But the airflow was good enough, and it worked out pretty well. I just buy giant cases, and then I just hope that there's enough air going through them that I don't have to worry about it. That'll do. You have no effing idea what I just said. What do you mean? For what part? This is why you should let us build it for you. Exactly. And that's why I will from now on do so. Also because it's fun to business expense things. All right, let's have a look.
A new discovery.
It's Houndoom.
Great timing.
79, 1789, 1,000. Yeah. 4,500. That's pretty solid.
For real?
Oh, thank you, Rowan, for gifting a sub, by the way. That's very nice. Get those sub in chat, please, and thank you. Eldegoss.
A new discovery.
Tea for the evening is just some good old David's tea, Silk Dragon Jasmine. I was lazy. And also, I was running extremely late because we were doing improv lessons just before this, so I just figured I needed to throw something in quick as opposed to doing loose leaf tea from cupoftea.com. Speaking of just shilling out my various affiliate links.
Nice work.
Delicious. But seriously, folks, long story short, you're in the market for a computer and you want to get something nice, something that's going to last you a while, and something that is built with high quality materials, parts, and a lot of love. Check out Artesian Builds. Please and thank you. Your mom got It Takes Two yesterday to play it, but she doesn't playing with her friends. Oh no! She just really wants to play. You could ask her to play with you afterwards. You know, she doesn't have to just play it once. You know, that game's got some replayability, especially if you swap being different characters. 4783, by the way, on that picture. Fantastic. You just ordered some more from Cup of Tea? I've got a box of it sitting on my desk or on my counter, kitchen counter, and hey Marissa, you know what? I can burn time, right? Would you mind on your bum leg carrying that box over here? If that's okay. 33-43. Marissa twisted her ankle walking bento earlier. The improv was really good.
A new
What?
discovery.
Are you actually in pain? Oh, Marissa, I'm sorry. I regret everything. No, improv. Yeah, no, I did an improv workshop through my local comedy sports. Yeah, I can meet you halfway. Give me 1 sec. And I'll explain that more in just a second. Let me grab the tea from Marissa.
Nice work.
Yeah, so it's the number one thing. My local comedy sports, which is a series of improv theaters around the U.S. and indeed the world, they do virtual workshops that you can do, and I love doing them because it means I get to. The number one thing improv does for you more than anything else is it forces you to get this thing going in a way that a lot of other things don't. Where you have to be thinking of, and as you're listening to things, active listening is a big part of it. And then just being able to speak without really having to think about it and being able to trust what's ever coming out of your throat is okay. That you can trust this whole system here to really operate autonomously, especially when you're playing video games or doing something that you're supposed to be doing on stream, while simultaneously being able to carry a conversation with somebody else. And it's so important.
Discovery.
And it's helped me, and it's the number one thing I suggest to any streamer out there who's trying to improve how they speak on stream. Get some improv in you. Sigilith.
Perfect timing.
The age-old question that even Matt Mercer doesn't yet know. Sigil or sigil? 4889. Woo! Gorgeous. Would you recommend improv classes for antisocial people such as yourself? Sure. Yeah. For what it's worth, I myself was not. I was not a talkative fella in high school or even in college. It really wasn't until after college that I started doing streaming and I started performing as a result, and really kind of broke out of my shell in that regard. And it helped a lot to just kind of throw myself into the deep end, but that's not for everybody. In which case, improv is another way to go. Name a profession or hobby that's not in the entertainment industry where improv classes are useful. Everything. Because what situation in your world does not involve having to think on the fly and having to trust your initial instincts on those things? Or, yeah, as Marissa just mentioned, and then I interrupted her because I wasn't listening, is being able to listen and really understand what someone's trying to tell you, and then being able to respond in a way that is, an effective way of communicating. We do that so much, and it's really handy. Hey, Tukas, yeah, we're playing some Pokemon Snap. It's a pretty all right shot. I'll take that 37, sure. You're a much quieter person for the most part. Your husband's much more quiet than you are. Yeah, and Marissa, my fiance, she's a little quieter than I am, but when she gets a chance to really kind of put herself out there, she really enjoys it. And she's actually gonna be part of a workshop with me next week, where she mentioned the fact that, especially when she and I stream together, we'll actually spend a lot of time where I will be talking a ton, and then she'll get in some good singers from time to time, but she feels she has to think about those things before she can say them, right? That whenever she opens her mouth, she has to be solid. And the honest answer is, most of the time when it comes to doing comedy and comes to doing streaming and things like that, or just communicating, you don't have to, not everything has to be meaningful things to say. A lot of the time, just as long as you put something out there, you're communicating, and people can extend things from that. It's really important.
Nice work.
Well, I know exactly what you're talking about, Marissa, and that's why I needed improv. Marissa was, when we first started dating, I was so nervous about saying the wrong things. And so Marissa would watch my gears turning in my head as I would try to figure out what I wanted to say.
A new discovery.
And once I started taking improv, I realized that I don't have to be as afraid of this thing as I think I need to be. That I can trust myself more than I'm giving myself credit for, if that makes sense. And yes, Mass Effect, of course. Mass Effect is starting up tomorrow for us, guys. And it's not just going to be Mass Effect. No, we're talking about playing Marissa Effect. Our first playthrough, where I will not be playing the game, but instead having Marissa play through the trilogy here on the stream, and I will be enjoying the ride and just kind of bouncing a lot. There's gonna be a lot of bouncing where I'll be so excited because she's gonna play the game, and I'm gonna have a chance to see it because I've played the series so many times. I've streamed the series twice on my channel, and she has never played it before, so I'm very excited to see how that all goes. Anyway, I was gonna show you. I actually did get some cup of tea stuff today. Cup of Tea, for those unaware, is a company out in Canada. There it is. That is run, headed by a fantastic lady of color who is a former Olympian who, through an unfortunate accident became a quadriplegic. A former Olympian gymnast who can no longer gymnast, and so has instead opened up her own tea shop through sheer determination and perspiration, and has now made some lovely things for us that I love to drink. The tea is super solid, and I keep forgetting to order some, but I really should order more because I always love it. Let's see here. This week I've got some jasmine, just some classic jasmine tea, which you can almost see the label for. I also got, let's see here, and I actually ordered this for Mother's Day, but then it showed up a little bit after Mother's Day because I think they got kind of swarmed by orders. I got some cha-cha chai, which I really enjoyed the, boy, it's really getting bleached out there, isn't it? Cha-cha chai, I really love their chai tea. It's a really solid one. And then cran apple, which I'm actually gonna give to my mom. I thought that'd be a fun one because she can't drink caffeinated stuff, so that's a caffeine-free tea. And then I also got her a little golden sifter. I'll give her that as a little, admittedly, fairly belated Mother's Day present, but hey, I'm almost a good son, right? All right, we got to keep doing this. And yeah, of course, if you use the link in the chat there, 15% off your tea, and you help to support the stream too. It's great. What? Sure, my dear. Marissa, can I say what you just typed to me? Marissa just sent me a DM on Discord saying, I thought of a dumb idea. Do you think we could purchase kazoos anywhere nearby? And that would be a silly and ridiculous thing to say. Because I already have 10 kazoos, Marissa, and I don't know why you need to purchase any more kazoos. I think there are 4 in my backpack alone. And they're gold. What are you doing, Marissa? Start Legendary Edition tomorrow. Can you see if you can load the OGME save files in the Legendary Edition? I don't know, but I'll check. Yeah. Kids gave you a crayon, a homemade card, lots of hugs. Hey, you know what? That's the way to... I mean, kids don't got a lot of disposable income. They got to do what they can. By the way, now that we got that Crystal Bloom info, I got something to report. And then asking you for what's for dinner. There was an Onion article that came out that I thought... by the way, Sailor Aurora, sorry. Yeah, absolutely. Post about the owner. It's really awesome. There's an Onion article that was like... Mother's Day 2021 accomplished by 9:14 a.m. Which, you know, there's always the classic, hey, it's Mother's Day, here's breakfast. All right, now when's lunch? When are you making lunch, Mom? Mom, I want lunch, Mom. Yeah. Where does one buy a kazoo besides the internet? Party shops? I guess you could get like a really nice kazoo at like a music store, but I don't know. I mean, it's like buying a really nice recorder, Marissa. Marissa's mad at me because I called the recorder not a real instrument. She's a former band director for elementary and middle school. What? I have not heard a Baroque recorder before. I've heard plenty broke recorders though. Bam! Classic music jokes. That's right. And here's something intriguing about them. They seem to include 2 distinct types of structures.
Oh?
What's different about him?
We compare the ruins at the entrance to what we saw deeper inside the cave.
Let me see.
The cave part seems to have been built later, and possibly in a hurry. Cat was watching my stream with me? Oh, well, with you. I don't have your cat. Unless. What? What do you mean we have practice to do, Marissa? Oh, boy.
There was definitely something weird about that area. Why were flowers from the other islands in there?
What does your cat think about the stream? Yeah, I'm curious, too. Sorry, I keep seeing Shadow is epic, and then I assume it's me, and then I'm thinking, oh, it's me. They're talking to me. And then it's like, no, it's someone else. We can take that as evidence that energy from all throughout Lentil is converging there. If we can untangle these mysteries, I'm sure we'll find the way forward.
Here.
In the meantime, I've finished work on another set of Illumina orbs. I'm sure they'll prove to be helpful.
All right.
We're getting close to our goal, thanks to all the research you 3 have been doing. Keep it up. Is playing the recorder even useful to learn in elementary school? Sure. Because on a recorder, you can learn how to play, discrete notes. You can learn rhythms. You can learn how to read music when you're doing so. There's a lot you can do. Breath control. Breath control is a big deal for wind-based instruments. I might play the ME theme on kazoo. I feel like that'd be hard. The Mass Effect theme on kazoo. It's not, there's not really much of a melody to it to begin with, which I think would be hard to target with kazoos. I was like, da 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 da. And every time I try to sing the quote-unquote melody of it, I just keep thinking of the Civilization theme for Greece. Ba-da-da. Yeah, right? It's right there.
Oh, right.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, you get the idea. Come for the Pokemon Snaps. Stay for Shadow half remembering songs from a game nobody here cares about. That's not true. People like Civ. Crazy lung capacity when you played that thing. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to play instruments. What can I say? I played tenor sax for like 10 years. Enjoyed the heck out of it. That might, I don't know if that's a better picture, but it is certainly close. Maybe if I just throw apples at it, it'll break the rock. No. No. Anything else going on? Anything fun? No? All right. It's fine. Civ 6 Pog! Someday, guys. Someday I'll get back into playing Civ 6 on stream. You know I love it. You know I love it. Oh, hello. These Houndlooms are everywhere, man. Nah, it wasn't good enough. You never really figure out the district system. I mean, it takes a little bit for sure.
Whoa, really?
There we go. I think that's pretty good, other than the fact that, look at this fella.
Nice.
Oh, he's so happy. I love it. Let's get back into Civ 6. Although one thing I'm trying to do, and I started working on it last night, and I'm hoping to continue working on it again, is try to finish up my playthrough of Mass Effect Andromeda once and for all. I feel like for being such a supposed Mass Effect fiend, that I really should actually finish all of the Mass Effect games and stop pretending like I've already played them all, because the answer is I haven't. I need to finish Andromeda. I need to, man. I know, not everybody's into it, but it's okay. It's a better game than I think we gave it credit for, and I hope other people get a chance. Torturing other civs by taking over their cities. That's really fun, though. I really do enjoy that. Being able to... What's the word I'm looking for? I really enjoy the cultural, social pressure in Civ 6 that the other games didn't have. I thought that was pretty fun. How many Civ or ME games there are? There are 4 mainline games, I would say, and then I think there's one like offshoot. I think it was like a mobile game that you could play. And then there was a oh goodness. When was that? There was also an anime. There's a Mass Effect anime. I ain't kidding. I ain't fooling. When do we get the Mass Effect rhythm game? Why do some people say you need to have friends to be successful? I wouldn't say you need to have friends to be successful, but it's amazing how much friends can help when it comes to trying to achieve the things you want to do in life to ultimately make yourself successful. I think people lose sight of that a lot. Because so frequently the sort of things that you want to accomplish in life, you will have a hard time being able to do on your own. Whether that be the ability to... Where am I trying to go with this? It may be something that you literally just are incapable of doing, which is fine. Some of us are more capable of doing things than others. But also having access and opportunity. Some people have better access to things or unique access to things that you don't. And that's a frequent thing to remember. I think a prime example of it, for those of you who came in via the AFMOW stuff, I would not have ever been able to get myself involved with the AFMOW stuff and be as involved with it as I am had I not met Mac and Cheese Please in a bar at 1:30 in the morning on like a Saturday at TwitchCon 2016 or something like that. And had I not had that friendship, had I not had that opportunity to network with someone like Mac, who is a streamer in her own right, but also looking into getting involved in like other companies and things like that, I wouldn't have had that connection to possibly audition for the role that I had and then
I'll set up a
eventually
teleportation
being able
point
to
at
be
the
a
top.
frequent
Why
voice
don't
on
you
that
come back
channel,
to camp for a bit?
right? And it's not because I'm bad at what I do. Not necessarily, I mean, I'm not great, but I'm not bad at it either necessarily, right? Also, I guess I hit all 5 flowers, so now everything's lit up. But sometimes it's just a matter of access and being able to have a different perspective beyond your own. So if you've ever felt like, I can do all this on my own, I don't need anybody, consider why you're saying that. And if the people around you that have succeeded, consider how they did it themselves. Because most of them will say is a combination of knowing the right people and having a decent bit of luck attached to the work that they're doing. I know that's where I got it going. Speed run of what? I was playing the beta. Oh, yeah, how was Humankind, by the way, Hop? Is that any good? People been enjoying that? I'll go for this one. That's a pretty good 2-star just in terms of size. That's a good 3-star. I don't know why it's a 3-star, but sure. Kind of like that. Yes, also, just by nature of humanity, we are, by nature, not necessarily always social creatures, but community-based creatures. No man is an island. Nobody can really do everything on their own, and to assume otherwise is difficult, if not unhealthy. And this is coming again. Keep in mind, despite what I sound like, from a pretty darn introverted soul. When I'm not on stream, when I'm not on the camera and things, I am a quiet boy. When I'm not like hanging out or talking with Marissa, I'm generally pretty quiet. That includes when I'm at Zeldathon. Marissa can attest to this. I'm usually go straight to the stream room, do stuff on stream, go get food afterwards, and then just like go to my room. I have difficulty interacting with people. But I make the time that I have with them important. I put myself out there for what I've got, and then once I'm done, I'm done. Hey, Shadow Dragon, you're new to my streams, but you're a big fan. Well, welcome. Sad animal facts. Sure, well, let's see what we got here. Let's see. According to my book of sad animal facts, did you know that elephant babies suck on their trunks the way human babies suck on their thumbs? And this sad picture of an elephant. It's not really that sad. But the picture has an elephant sucking on its trunk saying, "My mom's looking for water, but she'll be back soon. Maybe." Poor baby elephant. Dragon, so it's not confusing. Fair enough.
Nice work.
It's good size. Game really cares about size. There we go. His mama never came back. Now it's sad. Has this happened when talking to new people? I look directly at your shoes? Or you look directly at your shoes? Yeah, I know that game. Marissa also knows that. I have a very hard time giving people eye contact. A part of that came up as a kid. I actually had a pretty nasty lazy eye, and I was pretty self-conscious about it, so I had a hard time giving people my my eye contact, because then what's that? Oh, yeah, yours is fine, buddy. But yeah, no. Actually, it was something Marissa mentioned a few times when we first started dating. Is like, please look at me. Is it any wonder she stuck around? Preloading is up for Emmy Legendary. I have it set. It's all set to go. Finding out where you're comfortable in is kind of difficult. Yes, because frequent times, in order to understand what you're comfortable with, you first have to be uncomfortable. And that's okay. It's okay to be uncomfortable.
Nice work.
Not like long term, you know. It's not great to continuously be placed against your will into situations that are uncomfortable. But life can't be comfortable or exclusively, because if you only do things that are comfortable, you're never going to do anything new. And that's no fun. All right, see you, Dragon.
Nice work.
Yes. Also, as Marissa's saying, Marissa and I are just bouncing off each other. One important distinction in there is that it must be under your agency that you're the one choosing to be uncomfortable or put yourself in an uncomfortable situation and not necessarily somebody else making you uncomfortable. Very important. You give people eye contact, no problem? Great. And for those that can, fantastic. Some of us have a hard time with that. That's okay too.
Nice work.
You know, I said to Marissa at the beginning of the stream, like, hey, yeah, we'll have no problem finishing this. It's going to be easy.
Nice work.
Still not done. 1 hour in. We'll see. Getting real distracted, but in a good way. I like having these conversations. What is Mass Effect? Mass Effect is a it's kind of like Mass Effect is kind of like Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, you know, in that it's like a series of stuff in one like continuous universe, right? It is a sci-fi epic. The idea is that humanity has found their way towards the rest of the stars thanks to some surprising technology they find on Mars. And when they find themselves out in the rest of the galaxy, they find out that we are not alone. There are several other species of various aliens out there in the Milky Way galaxy that are all working together, sometimes better, sometimes for the worse, to co-inhabit the Milky Way galaxy. And Mass Effect 1, the original Mass Effect game, takes place just pretty much a few decades after that first contact, that first opportunity where they start working with each other, of all these different species just trying to deal with these new humans that have appeared out of nowhere. It's really cool. And a large part of it is kind of trying to learning more about these different species and figuring out
Great timing.
yeah, learning about these different species and figuring out who's going to be friend, who's going to be foe, collecting a whole squadron of awesome people that join your crew, and you can run around with them around space, shoot bad aliens, get yourself into moral quandaries. It's fun. Have you ever played Halo? I played the first two with friends back way back in the day. Never really got on the rest of the series though, mostly because I was a Sony guy. Didn't have an opportunity. I was the Avenger with Infinity War and cried when Spider-Man died. Why? Why would you be upset about? Why would you be? I was gonna say, or I wanted to say, why would you be upset? Why would you think that would be a bad thing? That's perfectly fine to be sad when a poor high school boy starts disintegrating before the eyes of someone he really cares about. That's rough. Spoilers, by the way, for Infinity War, which, I mean, what, 2016, 2017? Or is it 2018? It is 2018. I think it was 2018. Sorry for spoilers. He's okay. He's fine. Thanks to the progress you've made in your research, I've got something to report. I'll fill you in once your photos are squared away. Yeah. It's possible for you not to cry for your favorite character. It's fine to cry. Media is supposed to make you feel things. It's okay to feel stuff. That was the most interesting part to you in Mass Effect so far, dealing with bad enemies? How far have you gotten, Abyssal? Just without, most general terms, out of curiosity. Looks like now's the moment we've been waiting for. If I'm reading the topography correctly, this ought to take you straight to the center of the ruins, through the gate we saw at the beginning.
Ooh.
That's where we'll find the Pokemon that was in the middle of the others in the mural, right?
Yep.
Right. After all this, we may finally get to meet it.
Yep.
And I think we all know you're the one to handle that moment.
Whatever.
I have a project on global warming. You know a lot about it because you have a school account, so you can find all the info. So, what's the question? You just got to Archangel in Mass Effect 2, right? Did you finish Archangel's mission, or did you just like find them? Because that's a great moment. I love the Archangel mission. It's one of those moments where you're feeling really kind of alone in the second game because you're like, oh, there's all these new people, and you're like, oh boy, I don't know. And then Archangel comes around, and you're like, yeah, Mass Effect! Anyway, without spoiling too much.
Have fun.
say the Illumina Pokemon for me.
Do I know anything about global warming? Probably not more than you can look up on official sources. I may work at a science museum, but that's not really my purview. My purview is more like electricity and things like that.
All right.
Sorry, I'm not reading all this, but it's just kind of empty platitudes. My experience has not been added to by them speaking generally about you can do it.
All right.
Found the hooded lady? Ooh, yeah, Kasumi Goto. Did you do her mission? Because her mission is a DLC mission, first off, usually. It's a real fun one because it's a little heisty. There's a little party kind of going on, which is fun. First time, but also finale. Yeah, it's first time through to the finale. I know that's a little bit contradictory, but yeah. No spoilers, of course. Did you, Abyssal, did you know what was going to happen at the start of Mass Effect 2 when you did that? When you started playing? Because I'd be curious, again, without spoilers, what do you think? We're going to see all this, guys, when we start playing it tomorrow. Not the start of Mass Effect 2 tomorrow. No. But eventually. I'm trying to keep all the spoilers away from Marissa. All right, let's find out what this final Pokemon is. Ah! It's a tree. It's always been a Sudowoodo. I would have loved if the final ultimate Pokemon was a Sudowoodo.
Off the chart.
Yep, that's the one, my dear. Oh, legendary. Yeah, this is the Pokemon X one, right?
That was it. The final Illumina Pokemon.
Oh no, they're doing the Mew thing, aren't
Go
they?
get 'em.
You gotta like throw the pester balls at it. Here we go. How about just emotion, Abyssal? Without saying a single other thing, just emotion. You didn't see it coming. Fair enough. Because it is a heck of a way to start a game. I just got to try to nail this thing. Because I'm sure taking pictures of it like that won't help. I'm trying! What would happen if you had better aim? Have you considered just being better? Nintendo, this is a kid's game. Give me some credit. I'm trying my best. Hey, Dragon Nerd LJ, how you doing? Whoa! Jerk. Well, I officially missed everything. Oh, that was almost slam dunk right there. Ah, I think I got one.
Awesome.
Of course, it's hiding. Yep, I'm working on it. There's the final product. That's cute. I don't actually have to do that. I just like lighting those up. Okay. Shocked. Shocked is a good word for that. I'm glad it didn't get spoiled for you, because I think it got spoiled. No, I don't think it did. I think I was just like... I think I was numb at this start of Mass Effect 2. All right, where's this dang ball? So I'm so excited. You saw in Season 4. I have not watched My Street ever in my life, so I have to I cannot comment on such things. Oh, that's right. You started playing 3 and then went back to 1. Are you glad you went back? Because I mean, it makes it such a more personal experience. Personally, IMHO. Some people say you could skip the first game, but I argue that I think you got to play. You got to play the whole series. They just kind of give you defaults. No. There are some people that are canon not alive in the series. There is a thing built in for Mass Effect 1 that you can just pick options as opposed to playing it. But they do skip some little smaller details. Where are you, friend? There you are. At least I got a shot or two. I don't know if I got any really good ones. Really only nailed it once. Name a video game that has anime show series? Mass Effect! Pokemon. Persona, that's true. That's very true. Wow, kid. You notice how you got really close and you got a really nice view of that? It's a shame you didn't have your camera up. Bud.
What just happened?
Turn back into a tree.
Let's talk about it once you're back.
We'll talk about it. Dang kid. He had his chance. He had an excellent opportunity. So upset. So mad.